Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Like the 4th of July, 'cause baby, you're a firework. Good morning. It's the 4th of July Coffee Convo Wednesday episode. All right, I know. It's so much. It's so much. It's so much, but it's the 4th of July, and I have to say, good morning and happy Coffee Convo Wednesday. All right, you guys, I just felt like it's such a fun holiday, so I feel like I should bring it today and say, good morning and happy Coffee Convo Wednesday. My name is Cindy Simmons, and this is Coffee Convo Wednesday for Wednesday, the 4th of July, episode 116. I know most of you are not at work today, so I appreciate you joining me on your day off. You know, I thought about maybe just not doing the show this morning, but then a couple of things. One, that stinks. Two, it would be the first episode that I've ever missed in like 2 years of doing this. So yeah, there's none of that. And it's the 4th of July, so why wouldn't we celebrate together? So thank you everyone if you are in Atlanta and you ran the Peachtree Road Race this morning like my bestie Taylor did. Good morning and happy running to you. If you are in Orlando, Florida, which is where I live now, and it is really, really hot, but it's beautiful out, welcome. If you're in Los Angeles, in New York, Minnesota, we have so many people watching from all over the place, so I say, a good morning and cheers to you this fine 4th of July morning. All right, so if normally you're at work and you're drinking coffee, hopefully you're at home drinking coffee. And whatever you're drinking this morning, if you're having your morning smoothie, if you haven't made your cup of coffee yet because you're like, it's my day off, so yeah, I'm just rolling out of bed. Whatever you're drinking this morning, hot chocolate, wine, look, if you're already starting the festivities, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. So good morning and cheers. We're going to be here for about 15 or 20 minutes this morning. Not too long because I want to be respectful of everyone's holiday and that, you know, it's a day off for so many people. So we're going to be here for just a little while. 1, 2, 3 topics is what we're going to be talking about this morning. And usually, if this is your first time, usually this show is about uplifting things, light and positive things, maybe some things that frustrate us in the universe, but it's kind of like a break from the real world. So sit back and grab whatever you're drinking this morning and join me for Coffee Convo Wednesday. All right, if this is your first time, a little bit about me. My name is Cindy, duh. This is Coffee Convo Wednesday, another duh. I am originally from Los Angeles, California. I have lived in Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, and now our family, like I said, lives in Orlando, Florida. I used to have my own radio show for 12 years in Atlanta, but I first got started in radio when I grew up in Los Angeles. I actually worked at the radio station where Ryan Seacrest is now. Kind of a little fun tidbit. And then in Atlanta, I worked in the radio station that he grew up in. So it was like we switched continents. I don't know. A little bit about me. I have a husband who I'm obsessed with. He has an awesome promotional products company. So if you ever need a logo or anything, you know, a logo on anything really, t-shirts, cups, hats, chapsticks, nail files, whatever. He does that for a living and he is super passionate about it. And we have 2 daughters that are 12, actually she's gonna be 13 in a couple weeks, and our little baby, 5-year-old. They're lovely right now. They're actually at a 4th of July parade in downtown Winter Garden, which is the city we live in Orlando. And I'm missing it because I had to bring my 4th of July to you this morning. All right, so let's get started. First on Coffee Convo Wednesday today, who does that? All right, something happened to a friend of mine, and I'm gonna change names and descriptions because I don't wanna make anyone feel uncomfortable. But as always, I like to bring stories to you because I want you to give me your opinion and let me know, you know, what you think about what happened in this situation. But before I go any further, my mom is watching, and I did forget to say that my mama Jane lives with us, the matriarch of the family. So that's kind of exciting. So good morning, Mama Jane. All right, number one on the show today, who does that? Okay, so I have a friend and she has twin daughters. They are 13 years old and they are at the age where they don't really want to do summer camp. So when summer vacation started, both she and her husband work, and the twin daughters, who have been going to summer camps for the last couple of years, they just thought, okay, they're 13 and we could let them stay home alone, which they have before, but come on, let's be real. Kids get bored. They do. So she got together with a couple of moms in the neighborhood who also have daughters. It's like an all-girl neighborhood. Got together with them and they said, all right, let's brainstorm, because between all of us, we can navigate the summer where we're all sort of taking turns coming up with ideas. So she comes up with something, and then say there's like 5 moms in this group, and they all come up with an idea. Well, one of the moms comes up with blankety blank summer camp. And my friend is like, oh, yeah, that's the thing. They're 13, they've outgrown most summer camps. So there's just not a lot of summer camps that they're into. And the 2 daughters are like, please, Mom and Dad, please don't send us to summer camp. It's so boring. Please don't send us. So she says this to this woman, and this woman who has 1 daughter is like, no. Blankety blank summer camp is not like what you think it is. The girls will have so much fun. My daughter's been going there for years. I promise you. So that gets thrown into the ring, and that's added to the list of what they're going to do. So they all break it down by week of what they're going to do. So they decide that last week is going to be the week of that summer camp that this other mom with the daughter has suggested. So at the beginning of summer was when they decided this. So say at the beginning of June, and last week was the last week of June. So the week before, my friend texts the group and says, okay, so we're good for that summer camp. I got them both registered up, and I don't know, I'm guessing, but most summer camps cost between like $100 to, well, they could be way more expensive. But let's just say she registers both of them, and it's $200 each, so it's $400. So she registers both of the girls for camp and texts this woman, texts the other people in the group like, all right, got them registered, we can't wait. Well, the problem was the camp got out at 3. And so the woman, the mom who had the idea, was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll pick up your daughters with my daughter. They can go swimming, hang out, have all sorts of fun. Don't worry about it. Because she's like, oh man, thank you so much, because my husband and I, we can't pick up, our kids right at 3 o'clock. They have two younger sons, and they weren't going to be able to get, both of them. So one works, and the other was picking the other up from camp. So they say, okay, we're in, we're good. Okay, so you're thinking, well, what could be wrong? So Friday night, I think it was, she texts the lady, okay, just want to make sure we're all good. Doesn't hear back. And Sunday night, she sends the mom a text again. Hey, I just really need to hear from you. I need to confirm that you are in fact picking up my kids from camp tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Because like I said, they didn't want to do this, and you said you could pick them up at 3, and I'm so grateful. And she writes back, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Summer trips and everything has gotten away from me. Little Sarah is not doing camp anymore, so she won't be going. And my friend is like, I'm sorry, excuse me? I registered my daughters for this camp because you told me your daughter is doing, this was your idea. Nothing. She doesn't hear back. And a week later, I still not have heard back from this woman. So basically, this woman, it was her idea to register all the kids in camp. So say if there's 5 women in the neighborhood who have the daughters, so my friend registers her 2 daughters, then there was at least one more person. She didn't hear from anyone else except one other mom who wrote back, are you kidding me? I registered my daughter for this camp tomorrow. So the thought process was that they would all go to camp, say there's 6 of them, all 6 of these girls, and that is what would make it fun, because my friend said, hey, look, my daughters they have outgrown this camp, they don't want to go, and she was the one going, no, it'll be great, it'll be happy, they'll all be together, 6. What in the world? I don't don't know what was wrong with me, but when she was telling me the story on the phone, I was so livid because I just don't understand how you're that inconsiderate. You're the one who offered. You offered. They didn't ask. You offered in this group of women, and then you fall off the face of the earth. She emailed her, I think it was a week before, then texted her that weekend, and then, oops, sorry, yeah, my daughter, she didn't really want to go. She's not into going, so she's not going. Sorry about that. So my friend had to send her 2 daughters to that camp all last week, and they got at 3 o'clock. I haven't talked to her to find out like what she did at 3 o'clock, like how they got picked up or what, because she doesn't get off work till like 6, 7 o'clock sometimes, and her husband was picking up the younger kids at that time, so I don't know if they did like an extended care, extended day sort of thing. But is she wrong for being upset? Because I am really kind of aggravated by the whole thing, and it didn't even happen to me. But who does that? Like, who does that? I mean, a week, and that's like $400. I mean, that's a guess. Even if it was $300, it could have been more than that. I don't know how much the camp was. Good gravy. All right, so comment below, like, seriously, what is up with that? Who does that? All right, next up on Coffee Convo Wednesday, my husband and I are obsessed with this show. I know it's not Jersey Shore. Cubs here! Okay, we are kind of obsessed with the Jersey Shore family reunion. I'm not gonna lie, but that's not what I want to talk to you about. But I am obsessed with that show, and I don't know why. All right, so my husband and I have become obsessed with this show called The Carbonaro Effect. Have you guys watched this? A while ago, my friend Taylor, that I was talking about earlier, she and her husband Glenn told us about the show. I remember her telling us about the show, and she showed us like a little snippet of it, and then I never thought about the show again. Like, it went in my head and went right out. So we stumbled across the show. I think it's on True TV. And this Michael Carbonaro kid, I say kid because I know he's younger than me. He is so awesome. He's an illusionist, like the sleight of hand magician type of, I think, you know. It's basically a hidden camera magic show. And it is awesome. If you have a DVR, season pass Carbonaro Effect. If you don't, watch it on True TV. I don't even know what time it's on because I just season pass and we just watch it whenever we see that we have an episode. He does all of these like hidden camera magic tricks, and they're like legit good, like so good, and we are obsessed with it. And it's a show that we can watch with our kids, which is kind of fun too. Sometimes we watch it with them, and sometimes it's just like our little DVR show that we watch on DVR. It is so good. Michael Carbonaro is super cute. He's super talented and funny. So if you need like a good new show to binge watch, or you just need something to watch every week, oh my goodness. Every time I watch a show, I'm like, how does he do that? How does he do that? How does he do that? Okay, I just realized I'm squishing my horn. Okay, so you have to watch this show. It's called The Carbonaro Effect. It's on True TV. Look for the time in your area because I know all of you are watching from different areas across the United States. Thank you. But it's such a funny show. It's so good. And you will, like, your mind will go like the 4th of July because it just blows your mind. He's so talented. He's so good. And the tricks and the people fall for the stuff that he does. I'm not going to lie. There's many times I'm thinking I would fall for the same thing, so I can't even hate or judge because I would totally fall for the same secret magic tricks. So you need to watch The Carbonaro Effect and Jersey Shore Reunion if you're into super cheesy shows because it's so good. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's good. All right, and finally on the list on Coffee Convo Wednesday, the final thing we're going to talk about, so important to talk about. No, it's not. It's not really at all. It's actually not important at all. But we're having a debate. My husband and I are having a food debate in our house right now because it has to do with today, the 4th of July. So we are going to 2 4th of July parties today. We're going to, my best friend is having a party, and then we're having a little thing in our neighborhood with some of our neighbors who I love. Okay, so we are bringing something to the best friend's party at our house because it's a potluck. And then the second party in our neighborhood is also a potluck. So I am saying to my husband, let's just do something low maintenance. We have 2 to go do. It's too hard to bring something fresh to both. You know, fresh, but like super homemade because I'm doing the show and he's at a parade right now. So he's like, hey honey, I'll just make some baked beans. And this is me. I hate baked beans, like with a passion. Stems from my childhood. My dad used to make them when he would put something on the barbecue, and he loved them, and I can't stand them. I think my mom likes them, I'm not sure. But I couldn't stand them growing up, and I can't stand them as an adult. And he's like, no, honey, barbecue baked beans. It's like a summer staple. And he is correct. I will give you that, lovely husband of mine. You are correct. It is a summer staple. I hate baked beans, though. Blech. So I need to know, because A, I'm pretty sure he's watching at the parade right now, and B, if he's not, he's gonna watch this later. Baked beans, yes or no? Just yes or no, because I think they are nasty, disgusting. Bleh. I think they are nasty, disgusting. Yeah, gross. So he wants to bring them over to both the friend's house and then the neighbors, and I'm like, no, can't we bring like a pie? Or I don't know, I'd rather bring even potato salad. I don't like potato salad either, I'm so picky. So I need to know, do you like baked beans, love them, or hate them? Because I kind of feel like there's like no gray area. There's either nasty, bleh, or so delicious. Oh wait, I forgot. I have a costume change. Ready? Yes. You guys, I am like swimming in 4th of July decorations today. So comment below, baked beans, yes, no, bleh, or they're the best ever. Just kidding. And that is Coffee Convo Wednesday. Before we get out of here today, oh, you guys, I want to tell you, kind of give you like a little tease. I went to the sneak peek of Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios last week, and I brought you guys back a whole bunch of goodies. So for the next 2 weeks of shows, not today, but the next 2 weeks, if you are a Disney fan or you're a Toy Story fan, you are going to watch the show. You're going to want to tell your friends if they are, because I have some Mac Daddy Toy Story Land prezzies for you guys to give away. But because it was 4th of July and I knew a lot of people were off today and I wanted to celebrate 4th of July, we're going to do Toy Story Land next week and the week after. So I'm just giving you a little tease. But today, we are going to do Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A is all American and it's so good and it's so yummy and I love Chick-fil-A. So here's how our giveaways work. If this is your first time to Coffee Convo Wednesday, comment below Chick-fil-A and then let me know the name of the city and state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. Like I've said a couple of times, we have people watching all over the United States, which is great. So comment Chick-fil-A and then let me know which city you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. We'll pick a random winner and then we announce the winner right here, right below this video, usually on Tuesday, so the day before next week's show. So you have all week to enter. You have all week to share this video if you want. Tell your friends, tell your Disney and Toy Story Land friends, because 1 week from today we will be doing a very special Toy Story Land giveaway for 2 weeks in a row. And the stuff that I have for you guys, you're gonna like lose your mind. This week, Chick-fil-A and the city and state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today on the 4th of July. I know you guys have a lot going on. So many people have days off, but I appreciate it. Spread kindness like Nutella. And you guys, my theme, my whole 4th of July, I got the red and white striped shirt, the blue mug, it's blue inside. Neighbors are probably like, what is happening in her home? Have a great, happy 4th of July. Thank you to all of our military who fights for our freedom every single day, who have fought for our freedom. Thank you so much for just joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Have a great 4th of July weekend. If you are off all week, or if you're off today, I hope that the fireworks don't keep you up too late tonight, or keep your little animals awake either. So happy 4th of July. Spread kindness like Nutella. Have a great week, and I will see you next Wednesday on Coffee Convo Wednesday. Cheers!